Hey, if it like YouTube, welcome back to another episode. So I've picked up a new quarantine tank, nice and cheap, all in one kit. Comes with a filter, internal filter with it, lights, everything you're needing. So this is going to be for the new fish that I'm going to be picking up on Saturday. Gary from Plant Ocean has managed to get me another Regal Angel, which is awesome. So this time, taking no chances, it's going to be an aquarium by itself. And I will go through the treatments that way, and I think that'll be far better for that fish since it's quite sensitive, and just keeping it away from the purple tongue is going to be a good idea. Plus I don't want to add it into that aquarium anyway because they're on their second week of copper treatment, and I think having it in an aquarium by itself is probably going to be for the best. However, I'm not going to put it in the aquarium with PVC and that because I think that'll just stress it out. So I've set it up with some rock, and I think I might add some more rock later on. I've just got the air stone in there just now. I have got a sponge filter that's seeding in the main display along with the internal filter that's in the main display just to get the bacteria onto the sponges. Then when I go to pick a fish up, I'll stick them into that tank. I've also added the UV sterilizer onto this quarantine tank here because I'm amazed at how much white spots in here. And there's a lot of white spots on the fish, and obviously when they're in that state they're protected from the copper, but once those cysts hatch, get into the water column, the copper level will wipe them out, and if the copper doesn't get them, that UV is. So the purple tongue, he's kind of looking the worst just now, and it's really hard to see because if I get too close, he just takes off and hides. But yeah, he's absolutely clarted in white spot. But like I said, as soon as they hatch, they'll get wiped out with the copper anyway. And if the copper doesn't get them, that UV will. So Saturday, I believe, is their time up for the copper, and the copper's still in here as well. So this weekend I'll get water changes done. Probably a 90% water change in both systems. Fill it up, and these guys are going to come out of copper because these guys are absolutely perfect, not a problem at all. However, I will assess the other quarantine, and I might just give it another week or so in copper just to make sure that everything is clear for them. Okay, we've put it off long enough. This is Monday. The carpet's arriving on Friday, so I've really got to get this tank shifted. Get the laminate flooring ripped up, get that wall redecorated, repair the stairs. So as good as this tank's looking now, it's just a case of we're just going to have to get it ripped out and get it shifted. Now, because of COVID and everybody's bloody scared of COVID and all that kind of carry on, it's just going to be me and the wife that's going to move this tank, and I reckon we'll do it no bother. But I just thought I'd just do a wee quick video of how the tank was looking before it ends up getting all busted up. So this is it. Goodbye, my friend. Right, we've drained out the water into various containers, removed all the loose corals, and the island is going to go into that black container there, and the fish into the black bucket. Right, that's us. Me and the wife, we've managed to move the fish tank by ourselves. It's through in the kitchen. All the rocks in there kind of broke it up a bit. Some of the corals, everything's a mess, and I'm just in the process. I'm going to take out all the sand, and then we'll get everything back together. So while I moved everything, I've moved the Flame Angel into here by himself, so he's on a timeout because he's kind of been a wee bit naughty. He's not touching my corals or anything, but he's kind of being a wee bit of a bully. So he is getting older, and a lot of these dwarf angelfish can get a bit bullyish when they get to around about 4 year old. And this guy certainly is. So he's kind of picking on the... well, he doesn't damage any of the fish. He just kind of goes for them and just gives them a hard time, really. So I've got him in here. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to sell him or if I'll maybe add him to the bigger tank. And with the bigger tank he might be alright. But if he is going into the bigger tank, he'll get added right towards the end. Like maybe one of the last fish to kind of go in, sort of thing. And give all the other fish a chance to settle in, get their territories, and be happy enough. Because I think this guy is the reason that my green chromies have kind of dwindled. And they never come out. And normally you see green chromies swimming about all the time. Well, mine never do. They're always hiding all the time. And I couldn't have figured it out. Right, so that's the tank all set back up. I've just gave them a feed, and everybody seems happy enough. I never used any nets to catch the fish. I just used a wee bucket, and it was just a lot less stressful than them getting chased about with a blooming net. So I just put my hand in and coached them into the buckets, and it was fine and simple. No drama. So everybody's fine. Tank's looking a bit of a mess. Managed to lift out the island. It broke a few. I broke a few bits off, but I did manage to lift it completely out and into that black bucket container, as you've seen. And one amazing thing, right? The tank was out of the water for a good hour and a half, maybe a couple of hours, and there was clownfish eggs, and they're still there. They're still alive. I can't believe that. Well, obviously I'm not going to be doing nothing with them. I ain't got time for that just now. But yep, so the move's done. It's in the kitchen, and no casualties. There is quite a lot of frogs, like that'll need to get in, but I need to get another frog rack because I don't think this is going to be enough to hold all the frogs that I'm going to end up with. The Joker Acropora, it got broken quite a few bitties, so I'll be frogging that a lot. And all these frogs are going to be going to my LFS. He's kind of worked out a wee deal with him, and he'll give me some credit, and I'll use that for cleanup crew or fish or whatever I can. And a few frogs of the Velida. The Duncans, I'm going to sell them, and same with the Cataphilia. But everything is doing ace, no casualties whatsoever. And even the sun corals are still alive, which is amazing. So tank's cloudy as anything just now, but it'll clear up in a day or so. You can see the wee filter for the new quarantine tank just on the top right of your screen there. So it's getting seeded. So by the time that I go to pick that fish up on Saturday or Sunday, should be good to go, but I'll obviously add, I bought some ATM colony as well, just to make sure. So what a difference a day makes. The tank is looking absolutely beautiful, despite the rock work kind of getting all messed up. It's kind of turned out no too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it is, but it's not as bad as I thought. A lot of these zoanthids, gonna hate to get them all frogged up. And my frog rack's already full, so I need to get another one of those. and get all these other SPS colonies and stuff all fragged up. Now, I've kind of made an arrangement with my LFS, and he's going to give me store credit, which I can use for fish, cleanup crew, or whatever I want. So that is the way I'm going to go, because I think just posting corals is just going to be a nightmare, and I'm going to be kind of pushed for time and stuff. And I think that's just going to make life a lot easier. Unless you live local and you can pop around and pick what you want, I think that's just going to be the easiest solution, and what I'm going to do. So I went for the bare bones, having it in the kitchen, so I've just got the 2 Kessels just to reduce the amount of sockets and equipment I've got on the tank, and just the 2 MP40s and the 1 Jabo pump, because I just think that Jabo pump's awesome, just to direct the flow right to the surface, get a plenty of water movement. Now, the clownfish eggs, I cannot believe that these were out of the water for nearly 2 hours and they're still alive. And in fact, they're probably going to hatch in the next day or so. It's amazing. But the 2 clownfish, they cottoned onto my tile, and you'll notice where the tile was that they always lay the eggs just above it, so I can never get them out now. So that kind of put a dampener on my breeding program that I kept trying, but you never know. The bigger tank, I'll put the tile in again, and hopefully they'll be on that side that's going to hit the tile, and they might breed on it. It's worth a shot. I'm determined one of these days I'm going to succeed at that, but as of yet it's a failure. So the tank's looking no bad, considering what it's went through. And I'll tell you what, I never want to move a tank again. That's just a nightmare. And how me and the wife managed to move this tank by ourselves, well, that's a tip that I'll maybe share when we hit 4,000 subscribers. So if you want to find out the secret, subscribe. Till the next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.